Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor Walk and Talk. Who have I got with me this evening? This is only going to be a little walk and talk tonight, not a long one, because I'm a bit late because of the earnings and it's getting dark anyway. So, and I haven't got much battery in the phone either. So it's only going to be maybe, what did we do last night? 4 laps? Maybe I should run. Anyway, not going to run tonight. So I'm going to walk faster, see if I can get round twice, because I don't know if there's time to do any more. So, what do you think of that then? Broadcom earnings. What a surprise that was. It kind of like hit everyone by surprise, didn't it? Everyone's like doom and gloom and the tariffs and God knows what else going on. No one was really thinking about AVGO Broadcom, and they smashed it. So I was surprised that we didn't get more of a bounce on the whole market, really, because Broadcom's in the S&P, it's a major player, and we didn't get really anything. So I think tomorrow we will, if the jobs report comes in favour. So what we want with the jobs report is not bad or good. We want as expected. We don't want any surprises. So if we got just an okay jobs report, no real jobs being created, we're not growing, but we're not falling off a cliff with everybody being unemployed, I think that will give us another indicator to the Fed, giving us the rate cut, which will be good. And then once the news gets through around about AVGO Broadcom, it should filter through to the rest of the market. So should be all right. Doge arrived. Yes, Namisha. I just clicked on my Doge, $2.30 or whatever it was, wasn't it? I haven't got it though. I clicked on it and said I accept it, but it hasn't arrived yet. I guess they got to send it out to everybody. I guess it might be on my phone now, but 5 minutes ago it wasn't there. Anyway, we shall see. That's good though, isn't it? I'm glad I got a few more questions wrong, because I was thinking, oh my God, I got the first 4 right. Bloody hell, I'm in for $1 million. So nobody wants to go all the way through and get one wrong, do they? And you go, oh my God, 1 question right, I was in for $1 million, or a share of share thereof. But there's only 2,000 people left at the end. You got it all right. Bloody hell. Now I understand how that game works, because last night I did it. I wondered why I couldn't press the buttons. It's because you get it wrong. Once you get it wrong, you can't. The buttons don't get pressed anymore. But even so, went to the end. Couple of bucks. I'll sell that as soon as I can. Just clear it out. Do you use numerology in your daily life? Numerology. Who's that? Akira. No, what's that? Numerology. I'm not sure what that is. Are you going to have a live show tomorrow for Crypto Summit? Yes, Joker, I am. It's on the homepage of the channel. We've been covering it all day. It's on all my social media. You need to follow me on X or Instagram. The links are below in the description. And on the homepage of the channel, if you look at the top of the channel, it says upcoming live streams, and you can see what's coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, first thing, I'm going to go live early, 7 a.m, 8 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Central Time, and for the AVGO effects and the jobs report in the morning. Go through and do the opening bell, and then I'm going to take a break and then come back at midday for the summit, the XRP Crypto Summit. Yeah, I'm going to cover that. So yes, the answer to your question, yes I am. Duckman, KULR stock to the moon. Good luck to you, AC. I've all the portfolio. I've all my portfolio. I don't know what should do next. I've all in my portfolio. I'm not sure what AC you mean. Everything's down at the moment, but we should get, maybe we'll get a rally tomorrow morning because of AVGO Broadcom did good tonight, so maybe we'll get a rally in the morning. It's all down to the jobs report. We just want it as expected in the economic calendar. Good evening, Martin. RB, how you doing? What are your thoughts of starting a portfolio with J&P versus VU? What's J&P? I know what VU is, of course. That's what I've got. But what's J&P? Do you mean J&J? Do you mean Johnson & Johnson? I'm not sure what you mean. I've used all my money, I mean. Oh, yeah. Mate, we all have. I've spent every penny I've got. Used all my margin. I've done everything. I mean, I'm fully in. I haven't got a penny. Bought every share I can. I've got 570 shares, $300,000. So I'm all in. But I get paid on the 21st. I'll put that in to my account. It will reduce my margin, and that will give me more buying power. So if it's still down where it is now, and it's lower, if it's lower than where I bought it, not the same or more of, but if it's lower than where I left off, where I am now, I'll buy more. If not, it will just start to reduce the margin. And that's the point. If it keeps going, if it starts to stabilize and go up, I just won't be buying any more until we crash back down here again, if we do, or if we don't, or whatever. So anyway, good evening, Martin. Jim, hello, Jim. Is this the guy Jim, are you the guy who was on the call earlier and you went do 5 laps? Was it you? 300k double in time. Yes, it was. That was good. I had Jim on the call tonight, and he said do 5 laps. I think we're only going to do 2 tonight. I've got low battery, it's getting dark, and I did the earnings call, so I just wanted to make sure I'd done a walk. Can you believe it, guys? Is this day 6, day 7? Day 6, isn't it? Day 6, day 7. I've walked every single day at pace, you know, and I've not eaten one bad thing. I've eaten just vegetables, no sugar, no alcohol, no crisps, no chocolate, no cakes, no biscuits, which is pretty rubbish considering it's my birthday on Sunday. I want to have a bar of chocolate and some cake, but anyway, I've got to get the cholesterol down, the sugar down, right? Anyway, it was you, Jim. Yeah. Stop counting. Just do another day. Just do another day. Stop counting. Just do another day. Yeah. I'll just do 2 now, and I'll do it another day. Time for a green day, isn't it? I don't want to just. So see, the thing is, because if the market goes up, because we're so oversold now, there are so many stocks that are literally on the RSI oversold. We've had Google oversold, we've had Tesla oversold, loads of stocks are oversold, looking at their valuations. And if we get the good jobs report tomorrow and some positivity comes in, we just need Trump to stop messing around with these tariffs. Just go, I'm done with the tariffs. I've played silly buggers for a week. Let's get on with it. Just everyone take tariffs away. Just get on with the normal world. Drive them at the bloody wall. It's just stupid. Anyway, if we can get some positive news tomorrow on the jobs report and a sniff at a rate cut, and it filters through about AVGO, because that was a good report. This is what I'm saying. The stocks in the S&P, most of the top 500 stocks are doing great. You know, the businesses are doing well. We had Costco tonight, did well. See, these, you know, it's not like businesses are doing rubbish. We shouldn't be buying anything. They're all doing fine. Anyway, Lucas Ritchie, time for a green day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is time for a green day, you're right. But the thing is, we could go up. Now we've had so many down days, we can have the S&P go up 3%. Well, if it goes up 3%, I'll go up 6.5 to 7 because of margin, right? Well, That's about $26,000. So you could have a $26,000 day, which would turn everything around. Everything would change at that level. For me, I would feel a lot more relaxed. I don't like it. But you know, if you're going to see, once I get to the point of the portfolio is big enough, then you just work to pay off margin. You don't buy anymore. That's the point of using margin, right? Margin allows you to buy the future stocks. And once you've got enough for what you want to achieve, you then just concentrate on paying down. But I mean, essentially you're buying when it goes down, you're not buying when it goes up. So generally speaking, bull markets are stronger and last longer than bear markets. So more time is spent not buying and riding up than is spent buying and going down. So we're just going through that period right now when we're digging the ditches and we're getting involved and we're fighting our way through. Anyway, Zach's 8 with Harris wouldn't be tariffs. I don't know. I have no idea what the Democrat Party would have done. It probably wouldn't have done tariffs, no, because it was already, that's how it was before, right? But anyway, we shall see. Joker, Zach, you are right, but I believe in Trump. Yes, we'll just see what happens. I mean, Trump said tonight, I just checked a tweet from him. He said he's not even watching the stock market. That's a bit of a worry because he loves watching the stock market. I think it's just, look, I don't need to look at the stock market because I'm too clever. I mean, of course he's looking at this bloody stock market, and he should be. I mean, the president of the country should know that the stock market is down 8% from its high. The S&P, 8% from top to bottom. So yeah, 8% in a couple of weeks. That's a big drop. It's not an almighty 20% crash, but 8% is very significant. I know. Lucas, thanks for explaining that. I never really understood margin on the exchanges. I said, what I suggest you do, Lucas, this is an hour conversation about margin. I suggest what you do this right now, just write this down, go into YouTube search and type Martyn Lucas Investor margin and Martyn Lucas Investor margin call. I've done 3 videos, full deep dive of the full experience of using margin, going up to a margin call line, maintenance line, the full ramifications of it, what it feels like, how it works. Go and watch that. There are 3. Martyn Lucas Investor margin, Martyn Lucas Investor margin call, and you'll find 3 videos on the channel. Strongly recommend you watch them because they will tell you the entire journey of margin from every element of it, having experienced it, lived through it, used it, pushed it to the max. All right, so tell me in the chat now you're going to do that, and then tomorrow I'll say, did you watch it? Each one's about 20 minutes. So yeah, I want you to tell me you're going to watch that, because if you really understand it, it'll be good for you to know. All right. Oh, hang on, what we got here? I've got a super chat. Hang on, what's this? Found them. Thank you. I'll give them a watch. Yeah, thank you, Lucas. Tell me what you think. If you've got any questions, something you don't understand, let me know and I'll answer it in the show tomorrow. So take some notes. If you're watching it through and I didn't quite understand that, I'll explain it to you. But I lived all the way through it. Went right to a margin call maintenance line. So I'm, fully aware of it. Thanks for everything, Josh Monroe. You're very welcome, mate. Do you know what? This is really nice, actually. I got a comment from someone today. And the comment was, thanks for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I mean, every dollar. Do you know what? I've got 73,000 subscribers. If every subscriber gave me $1, I'd be good. Maybe I should do that. Maybe we should go on tomorrow and say, right, if you want to watch the show and you love the show, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Anyway, you're welcome, mate. Yeah, oh yeah, someone messaged me earlier. I forget who it was. Somebody messaged me, but they did a comment to a video, and they said, thank you very much, really appreciate this. They watched the video earlier, you know, when I was upset with, what did I call it? The crash. I called it a crash. I brought a video out today. If you look on the homepage of the channel, look to videos, you can see today's videos, not the live streams, actual video. And I brought a video out about my feelings towards the stock being sold off, and wish everybody would behave differently. And someone watched it and commented in the chat, in the comments, and said, really appreciate this, thank you. And this makes this really, you know, makes me, I forget the exact way they said it now, but it was to do with they don't feel alone. And I said, I'm always here, you're not alone. We're all going through the same stuff together. And I think that's what the channel's about, being there for each other, and knowing that I'm always going to be here, I'm always going to go live, I'm always going to talk to you and answer your questions. And if you're going through the stresses and drama of all of this, you know that I'm with you, and you know I'm aware of your frustrations and pain, and you know I'm there. I'm not just not care. I do. I know, you know, everyone that talks to me, everyone that messages me, I reply back to every one of you. You know that. If you've ever commented, you know you get a reply back. And in the chat. So I know everyone's struggling. I know it's not nice. So I'm with you all, you know. You're not alone. So thank you for that super chat, Josh. Hey family, looks cold and there, walk with you in spirit. No, it's not cold. It's not cold. It's 17 degrees centigrade. So what's that? 65? Something like that? No. Sorry, I'm new to trading and such. RB. I will retype somehow and try to make it make sense to you. Can help out with my question. RB, if English isn't your native language, if you're struggling, don't worry, come into the chat, talk to me in your language, I'll translate it and I'll answer it in your language. So if you're trying to ask me a question and you're struggling, just do it in your language and I'll answer it for you in your language, okay? So don't worry. Lucas, thank you for the super chat, mate. Big shout out, thank you. There's my share. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? How does someone become a member? Oh, I see, right. Well, I can't send you the link right now because I'm on my phone, but if you go on the homepage of the YouTube channel and you go to the membership tab, so across the top of the channel, there's playlists, there's posts, you know, all those things across the top, the tabs. Go across the top and you'll find membership. Click on that and that'll tell you all about the membership. And if you're on an iOS device, an iPad or an iPhone, you won't see the become a member button because Apple tried to get commission out of Google and they don't like it. So if you are on an iOS device, iPad or iPhone, just go on another device, or if you are on an iOS device, use a browser, not the app. So, you know, Safari, Google, Chrome's, Mozilla, whatever you want, Firefox, whatever you want. And at the bottom, you click the three little dots and go desktop version. So you're not a mobile version of the browser. And then you'll see the membership button. And if you did it now, you'll come up and it will say you're a member. And if you comment, you will have a badge. So who was it who asked me that? It was Joker, yeah. Yeah, Joker, you'll get a green badge, and as long as you renew it every month, it'll increase your benefits over time. Have been avoiding looking at my portfolio like the plague. It's very just depressing looking at it these days. Oh, I know it is. You either are an active trader, an active investor, or you're passive. And if you're passive, you don't look at it very often. But when you're passive, you're just buying every month, on an index. You're not using margin, you're not trading. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're up or down, does it? But when you are a trader or a margin investor, then you are active. So yeah, it's very painful. Do you think agentic AI is the next big wave? I'd need to look at that, Daniel. Not really that familiar with it. That's the answer. Piano Man, Friday. Can't wait. Yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll have our live concert every Friday. Thank you, says RB. Sorry, I'm new to margin. So the interest for the margin is paid every month, right? If I use up all my money in margin, do I have to deposit money to pay off? Right, AC. Margin is very complicated. I can't answer it quickly like this. It's too important. So the same as I said to Lucas, I've recorded 3 videos for you that explain margin in great detail. So go into the YouTube search, type Martyn Lucas Investor Margin, M-A-R-G-I-N, and then Martyn Lucas Investor Margin Call, and there's 3 videos you'll find, and you can watch those, and they'll tell you in great detail all about margin. I can't possibly answer it just walking around here right now. Joker, that's a bunch. Thanks a bunch, that was helpful. Okay, Joker, I hope so. Frederick, market goes binky bonk. Market goes binky bonk. Yeah, that's about right. Bloody binky bonk, all right. It's all, you got to remember, your business that you own, if you bought shares in an individual business, say for example you bought Nvidia, right? Nvidia is doing business, it's running its company, and it's doing well. It's growing, it's expanding, it's improving its margins, it's got good relationships, no issue. You own a great business, it's going to make money for you. Tonight, Broadcom, you saw the results, good earnings, great, it's a good business, everything's fine. But the share price is not the value of the business. It's how we measure it, but it's not the value of the business. The share price is merely a weighing machine. It's merely a vote of confidence on the day. It doesn't mean anything. People are taking profit. People are selling and taking their money out for whatever reason, because they've invested and they want the money out, which is why we all invest, right? So when you get uncertainty and when you get a market that makes no sense and it's up and down and we've got all these issues, I'm going to do one more lap, 3 laps. When you have all this drama and uncertainty, people who've made money, who are not trading and trying to make money, they've already got money, they've got $1 million, $10 million, they don't need to risk it. Why would you? You wouldn't risk it, would you? They don't need to grow anymore, they've got enough. And when the markets are wobbling and insecure and you're unsure of the future, they sell. And if big accounts sell, the stock price starts to go down because people are selling. That's how it works. And then when people see the price going down and they're aware that there's a wobble and there's insecurity, they sell. And then suddenly it starts to speed up. The company haven't done anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with the company, but everyone's taking profit. And retail investors get very, very afraid very, very quickly. And before you know it, everyone's selling their shares and down she goes. It's not really a measure of the business. A measure of the business is the earnings call, which is why we cover the earnings calls. So you don't have to be worried just because you know, the stocks are going down unless the company's not performing very well. So, you know, that's what's going on right now. Do you think tariffs will go through to April the 2nd, or is it all smoke? This is Marcus Closter. Well, Trump knows, or at least he should do, there's not an economist in the world who says tariffs work. They don't work. Tariffs are a tax. Tariffs are inflationary, short term, not long term. They're disruptive. He's using them as a bargaining chip. Donald Trump has said many times he regards himself as a businessman, which, yes, he is, towards the president, but he's not an altogether great businessman. He's gone bankrupt 6 times. So, but he is a businessman, right? And he wants to negotiate a deal with people of things that he doesn't like. So his style is throw out chaos, throw out drama, and I can bring people to the table. That's his style. Rightly or wrongly, that's his style. That's what he does. So that's what he's been doing to get what he wants. Now, once he gets what he wants, all of that can go away, or watered down, or what have you. Because it doesn't really win, because the person you're tariffing tariffs you back the same. So Canada are now tariffing America. They're putting 100% tariffs on Tesla. We don't want tariffs. Tariffs don't help anybody. They just add, increase the price, and the only people that pay for it is us. And the stuff we buy goes up. I mean, so it's not a good idea, right? So your question was, will it go away? Well, he's getting people to the table to discuss the issues and hopefully solve the problems that he doesn't like. And hopefully the issues will go away. And then the tariffs go away. So your guess is as good as mine. He said tonight he's not watching the stock market. I don't believe that for a minute. He's always watched the stock market. He's saying, I'm not watching the stock market, in a way to sort of suggest, oh, I'm confident. And maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But I wouldn't worry about it long term. Because at the end of the day, one thing that always happens in life is business. And when people start losing money and businesses start failing, stuff gets done about it. It doesn't just get left alone. America is a capitalist country. It's built on making money, and if it doesn't make money, someone's going to fix it very quickly. So that's how it works. So the tariffs will go away. It won't last forever. It's a short-term thing. You can stay in the game. It's to your advantage because you're buying the dip of a market which is volatile and selling off. There you go. Who's that? Polsky, hello there. Looking great, thank you. Let me get to the bottom here. Namisha, Trump's bankruptcies were businesses, strategies only. Solved a lot of issues. He was never personally No. I wasn't saying he was penniless. I know I've gone bankrupt myself once, and I declared myself bankrupt once, and I wasn't penniless, and everyone who worked for me got paid, and I still had my house, and I still had everything. When you run a business, sometimes it's the right thing to do to say that's the end and declare bankruptcy. You can be declared bankruptcy. Someone else can make you bankrupt. You can't pay my bills, you're going bankrupt. And you go, I don't want to be bankrupt. And they go, it's too bad. You've not paid your bills, you're bankrupt. I declared myself bankrupt. And when you have a business, a limited company in the UK, or a publicly traded company, or a LLC in the US, like Donald Trump had, when you go bankrupt, you're protected personally. Like Martyn Lucas LLC is a business. Martyn Lucas Personal is me personally. So if Martyn Lucas LLC, the YouTube show, borrowed $1 million tomorrow and I couldn't pay it back, the business couldn't pay it back, the business would fail, but I wouldn't, and my house and things that are in my name would be fine. That's the same thing with Donald Trump. His businesses went bankrupt. They weren't good businesses. Remember, there's lots of things, his hamburgers, his wine, loads of things he thought he could do and he couldn't. They went bankrupt, but he didn't go bankrupt. But at the same token, if you abuse that, it's not good, because you're abusing people. Because if you protect yourself behind the business and you go bankrupt and you don't pay people lose their jobs, people who've worked for you don't get paid, that's bad, right? Well, when I went bankrupt, it was because I was in England and America had the Lehman Brothers thing and the whole market crash, and it came to England. We had what's called the credit crunch, and nobody was going to the theatres. Income dropped overnight, and I had no income at all. People just wouldn't go to the theatre. It was nothing to do with me. My show was fine, but no one was going because of the economy, which was created with an issue from America. So I could see where I was going, so I declared myself bankrupt, because I knew I just would never pay the debts off because there's nothing coming in. But I made sure that I paid all my employees. Everyone who worked for me got paid. So it's a different thing. There's lots of information. When Donald Trump went bust, lots of people lost a lot of stuff. I only did it once. I learned the lesson and would never do it again. And I made sure everyone was taken care of. Before myself, I had nothing, but everyone else did. I'm not so sure Donald Trump can say quite the same thing, but there you go. So yeah, I want to be clear about that. A business and a personal entity is completely different. Marcus, thanks for the answer, Martin. You're welcome. Tomorrow's going to be green. Let's hope so. XRP just crashed. Namisha, understood. There you go. I think we got through all the comments. All right. This is my third lap. I'm going to finish because my battery's nearly gone. It's getting dark. And I wasn't intending on doing 4 laps tonight anyway. I have a theory, says Marcus Closter. I really hope I am wrong, but Trump ran on that he wants to build back the car industry. Both Mexico and Canada are major players. Yes. I understand that. I understand that, but I don't know. I won't say Trump doesn't understand that. He knows more than me. Of course he does. But we live in a global world. Nothing is made in your country. Nothing. Hardly anything at all is made just in England, just in America, just here, just there. We have skills that each country has. You'd never want to make an iPhone in America because the price of your iPhone would quadruple. You'd be paying $4,000 for a phone, not 1,000, because it's cheap labor in China. So if you said, right, we're going to build every part of the car in America, the price of the car would skyrocket because everybody wants higher wages. So do you really want that? I don't think you do. And not only that, we all have different skills. And also, it's taken many, many years to forge out the partnerships, the relationships. When you think about a car, for example, a car, by the time you get it, has traveled across the world many times. Many times. I did a study once on a pencil. It takes over 1,000 people to make a pencil. A pencil you write with. 1,000 people. Because the lead, the wood comes from different places, and when you think of the lead, it has to be mined. It has to be milled, it has to be refined. It goes from one place to another. It might travel across the world in its raw state to be refined, to be broken down, turned into lead the way the pencil is. Then it needs to be assembled. Different people do different jobs. So you can't do it all yourself. It's like when I had my show, I was the producer of my show, but I had a team of people and they all had special jobs. Now that was an in-person job, so everybody was local to me, right? It was working with me. But with my YouTube channel, as I get bigger, I could have an editor in Japan, China, anywhere. I could have someone who does my thumbnail somewhere else, and I could have people all over the world, and I would find the right talent at the right price to serve my needs, right? So, you know, you don't, I mean, for example, I bought a Ford Transit Connect. Josh Monroe, just give me a super chat. XRP is crashing. Well, no surprise because of tomorrow morning. You're going to get volatility, aren't you? Because of tomorrow morning. People are selling off to buy back. Same old thing. Here we go again. No, everyone says they believe in it until they don't. That's what gets on my nerves. We're going to hold this forever, boys. No, they're not. We're going to sell it now so we can buy it back tomorrow. It's just a game everyone plays. I don't. You know I don't. I just hold my stocks. But that's what everyone does. But yeah, when I bought a new car when I came to America. It was a Ford. Now a Ford is an American car. But I imported a car from Spain. It was made in Spain. Just because the name is Ford is the company is American. It assembles certain cars in Spain. Why? Because they have the raw materials. They have the expertise. You might have a country which just assemble the car. When you buy a car in America, lots of cars go over the border with Canada several times to be assembled, parts, the materials. I mean, you know, a car doesn't start out as a car. It starts out as a lump of iron, doesn't it? you got to pull the iron out of the ground. You got to mine it. You got to mill it. You got to refine it. All these things have to happen. So everybody wants what they want until they don't want it. You know. A few weeks ago, Leah and I saw a TV show, and it was in England, and it was this craftsman who works for the Queen, the King, who makes royal toilet seats. And this toilet seat they were making was £10,000, about $12,000. Right? Really, really expensive. Beautiful thing. Never wear out, never break, high quality. Everybody wants one. But would you spend £10,000 on a toilet seat? Well, no, you wouldn't, would you? Made by a craftsman. You'd buy a cheap one from Lowe's, a plastic one. Well, where do you think that one's made? China. There you go. So there's your example. You know, we all want what we want until we don't want it. And on that note, I'm back and I'm going to end, let me see, my final questions. More of a dip, I would say. Money making Mitch, thank you. Hey Martin, I have some, what is it? I have some Comcast stock that doesn't move much. It's actually been low for the last couple of years. Small dividends. What would you suggest swapping it for? MWX4. Join me on the live show tomorrow. Call into the show, and you're a member of the channel, so you can call in and we'll discuss it. We can break it down. That would be much better than to try to sort it out when I'm out on the street. Rockville, Donkey Hole, hopping like a kangaroo. Final comment, Marcus Closter. Yeah, from what I understand, what you're saying is the reason for the tariffs were changed. So for 1 month, there are no tariffs on these car parts. That's, yeah, correct. The tariffs have been dropped at the moment because Canada, Mexico are saying they're doing what Trump wants them to do. So they're saying, okay, we can postpone the tariffs again. But this on and off and on and off is playing havoc with the ports. Can you imagine the paperwork, the administration, organization? It's a nightmare. No one knows what they're doing. And we've even got companies importing 10 times the amount of infantry to offset the tariffs. So we're ending up with skewed numbers all over the place. Thank you, says M4X. Great, love you, dude. Cheers, Carlos. Thank you, mate. Kevin Hawthorne, good evening. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you in the morning, half an hour earlier, 7 a.m. in the morning, with our opening bell show, covering the pump we might get because of AVGO tonight, and the jobs report. If the jobs report is as expected, we could have a bit of a pump in the morning. Thank you ever so much, everyone that gave me a super chat tonight. I had a couple tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. That makes all these live streams possible. So, you know, thank you for all your support, keeping it all live. Always real, no AI here. See you tomorrow. Cheers, Jed. Lucas, headed for a good night. Headed out. Have a good night. Till then, tune into Crypto Summit live. Yeah, I'll be there with you live. Will there be media coverage inside, or is it private round table? We don't know, but whatever it is, we'll be there. We'll be live. We'll be covering it. Whatever's available, we'll be there. All right. All right. That's it from me. Jobs report might not be so good. Exactly. We don't know, but we'll cover it live. We'll monitor it, and we'll be aware of it, and we'll act accordingly. Night, guys. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.